The last knee slapper. Now you guys are tuned in to the pop-up cargo van seminar. And I got my handy dandy notebook, and we're gonna go through this. Hold on. Y'all drunk the wrong water. My fault, y'all. It be doing that to my voice sometimes. But yeah, we're gonna walk y'all through a quick overview of the cargo van and how you can use this cargo van to make between 50 and 100K a year, right? So the first thing is the type of business that I specialize in is expediting. You say, Bree, what's expediting? Well, expediting is over the road transport. What is that? Let's break it down simple as possible, right? So warehouses, they have products and goods, right? So I drive my cargo van up to a warehouse and pick up products and goods, and I deliver them over state lines, right? Over state lines, and then I drop them off in another state, in another location, at another warehouse. So that's what expediting is. It's just delivery of products and goods on demand, in an on-demand service, right? And so in the first step to expediting, this is why I tell everybody, bro. The first step to expediting, and I think it's the first step to any business, but in this one, I encourage people to do market research and then also to build the relationships. One way to do market research is to use this handy dandy thing we call Google. Come up with a couple of terms that's familiar with the expediting industry and just do your research. You want to get a clear view of this expediting and LTL delivery or partial. Everything I'm saying, you need to be taking notes and writing it down, right? We can get more in depth in a consultation that we have. You can go on the link above. We can get more in depth, but right now we're just giving you an overview of it. But so LTL, partial, these are terms that you definitely want to write down so that you can get a clear view of the type of services or companies that you will be servicing in this particular space, right? So LTL, you can use sites like Google. Real good, you can go to Indeed.com, put cargo van in there in your particular area, and there's gonna be a plethora of different opportunities that come available. If I were you, I would weed through those different things, find contacts, find businesses, put that back in Google, put it on LinkedIn, and find out as much information about the industry in your specific location. Y'all following me? Y'all good? If y'all are, drop an X in the chat. Let me know if y'all following along, right? Let me know if y'all following along. So after you get the technical terms and information, and then get some companies' names, I would then go ahead and start to build a peer network. What is that, Bree? Well, I would be going into some of these Facebook groups, also looking on Instagram up under hashtags, people that's using terms like cargo van, people's using terms like logistics. I would start building me a framework of people that I can glean more information on, but also build relationships, man, because relationships will help you get in doors that you never could just by yourself. So once you do your market research, you learn about your industry, also got your relationships, I feel like that is the time when you can start really thinking about what type of equipment you need, right? I'm glad we came to this equipment stage. I think I got about 15 more minutes, about 20 more minutes. We're gonna knock this out. This the simple part, I think. Like, the tough part is the market research. The tough part is the networking and the relationships. But now we're gonna get into the equipment. So if you turn to your right, you're going to see a cargo van, right? This cargo van is a NV 2500 with a couple of modifications that I made to this vehicle to help it be more expedited friendly. So when you think about expediting, one thing that's very important is for your customer to feel secure about you taking care of their product, right? And you might be thinking, all the thing I'm doing is driving, but there are things on the road that shake your vehicle around, hard stops, could move your customer's freight all over the place. So it's very important to figure out how you're going to lock and secure their freight. One very important thing, and a lot of people ask me questions about this, and it's like, what do you secure the freight? What do you secure the bag with, right? We securing the bag. What do you secure the bag with? Well, these are polyester straps. You can get these straps from Home Depot, any of your appliance stores. I would recommend Home Depot. I just like them. I like the fact that they're gonna help you kind of walk around the store. But this is a particular type of strap that has like a self tooling mechanism right here, right? I typically got this just because I actually want to see how it worked. I never stopped doing like research on products that potentially could help me offer a better service, and just something that I think is interesting, right? So let me get in particulars. Like this particular type of polyester strap is called a S-hook. An S-hook. These are your most common straps that you're going to get, right? When you get freight in your vehicle, when you get pallets in your vehicle, right, they're gonna load them up on your vehicle. By the way, I had somebody ask me, can they do expediting in a low roof vehicle? A low roof is not your Sprinter van. It's your lower roof, like most cargo vans that you see out on the road. Yes, you can deliver freight in a low roof. That's gonna limit how much weight or height that you can get in your vehicle, but the reality of it is pallet. The average pallet size is 48 by 40, and I believe from this end to that end in this van, I think it's about 68 inches. If you can look on the floor right here, you see these little yellow marks. What this was is I was getting out and I took my tape measure and I measured all of the spaces that I have in my vehicle so that I can communicate that to my customer when I'm on a load board. If I'm working with a dispatcher, they're going to ask you your dimensions so that they can know what freight they can put on your vehicle, right? We moving right along, right? But more of this, like I said, if y'all book a consultation, we'll get more in depth. But just to keep going with the seminar and the pop-up, you got about 68 inches from wall to wall. But then you got to calculate the width of your wheel wells. And so my wheel wells right here is 7.5 inches. So you take 7.5 right here. That's about, what's that? 15 inches that take away where you could potentially put like a pallet, or the space that you'll have on the floor when they pushing things in with the forklift. So let's just say roughly this from here to here, right here I see, I don't even gotta say roughly, from here I see is 56 inches, right? And what did I say about the pallet? The pallet is only 48 inches by 40 inches. So that means I can comfortably get a pallet in here. And then so the length of the vehicle from the back of the seat all the way down here is 84 inches, right? You can see that I done wrote it all on the floor. This was me kind of like designing out of my vehicle and stuff like that. So it's 48 inches, which means I can comfortably get 2 pallets in this vehicle, right? So once I get my pallets in here, I'll take a J hook. This is just one. A S hook. This is just one of the different straps that you can get, and I'll put it one end in that side of the vehicle. The next one I'll put it on the other side, and then I'll lock and secure the freight down. Typically the freight that you picking up is going to tell you how much it weighs. And these particular straps have a pound per pressure gauge on them. So this is telling me, this is recommended for me to strap about 500 pounds of pressure in this particular skinny polyester strap. Some of them come with more, some of them come with less. But what I typically like to do on these vans, I know that like my payload, and man, Eric from Truck Estates, he works with the DOT. He showed me, I'm not gonna show y'all right now, but there's a way that I might show y'all in another video, but there's a way to tell instantly what your payload is on your vehicle, right? That's a whole nother video, because I realize I'm taking a long time right now. I'm trying to get through this, but I get passionate about this stuff because, yeah, I'm a cargo man with the cargo van. Talk nice to me, right? Drop X's in the chat if y'all finding this valuable. Drop X's in the chat if you finding this valuable. So yeah, when you strap your freight down in your vehicle, you use your J hooks, you secure it all in. Now you are actually ready to drive, right? But like I said, it's different type of straps and stuff. You can get the J hook, you can get an S hook, you can get a J hook, and then you also can get these things called E-tracks. I installed these. I actually did all of this at your Home Depot. So all of the things that you possibly can do to prepare your van to be ready to transport things, you can get all of that pretty much at Home Depot, or you can go to your Pallet, like the places that make stuff for 18-wheelers and things of that nature, like the gas stations and stuff like that. Some of them will have various different tools that you can use for load securement. Let me go right along because I wanna give y'all bars, right? We got about 10, maybe 5 or 7 minutes, so I'm gonna give y'all bars, right? So all right, one important thing you need to have is a good cell phone if you possibly think about getting into the expedited industry, because everything pretty much moves off of your cell phone. Bree, why you say that? Well, a lot of times these companies that you're gonna work for, you might have to bid on a load, or you might have a dispatcher bidding on your load. So they gonna contact you through email. You need a way to download those documents off of your email, potentially print them out. And typically, like, if you don't have a smartphone, you're not gonna be able to do things like that, like connecting to a printer and stuff like that. So it's really important that you have a cell phone. Straps, I already covered that. What van do you need? I started this thing off talking about market research. So every one of those companies that you find on Indeed or various expediting companies in your local area, they will have requirements. So they might tell you you need a van that's 2005 and newer. Well, that's gonna let you know that you can't have nothing older than that, right? Some places might not even care. They just want you to have a van that's insured. But all of the van different things is gonna come from your particular from the particular research that you do, right? Definitely gonna need the right insurance. The companies will tell you that. Like I said, I'm just going over this. If y'all want more in depth, please book a consultation in the link above. I got an hour, and then I also got 30 minutes. Very important, just going right along. A dispatcher is somebody that goes on the load board and find freight for you. A broker is the go-between between a shipper and the carrier, but that dispatcher kind of falls in that line where they're working with a broker and a courier, which is in some cases it's you, but then depending on what type of insurance and how your business is set up, you might be working independently with a courier who has their own paperwork, different things like that, and you're working up under their paperwork. So that broker will work with that courier and then with you. But then if you are the carrier, right, then you would be working either with a dispatcher or a broker, right? That's the supply. That's kind of like the supply chain as far as when it comes to you actually getting freight. And I might have misquoted that. I need to specifically look up what supply chain. Well, I might have misquoted like how I use that, but as far as like the context and the meaning of what I was saying is dead on, right? I had some people ask me about government contracted getting freights from that. That's definitely something that you can do in a cargo van, but you definitely want to do some more due diligence. And if you book the consultation, we'll talk more about that. Insurance. In order to move freight, you will need to insure the stuff, because sometimes you might be picking up something that's worth more than your van. Like, let's just talk about it. And you need to be able to if something happens, that stuff need to be covered because they not playing with you, bro. Like dead ass. Okay, we're gonna talk about van maintenance. If y'all wanna come around here, right? We wanna talk about van maintenance. Like some things that you definitely wanna do, like before you actually get into your van every day, bro, make sure you do like a quick walk around. Look up under the vehicle. Look and see if there's anything leaking or anything like that. Check your oil, check your tire pressure. These are preventive maintenance things that you might be able to catch something small before it gets really big. It's called a pre-trip. Y'all can Google that, bro. Look up specific pre-tripping techniques and just build that into your daily regimen when you get into your vehicle, bro. I'm telling you, that little stuff, a lot of times people be trying to look for the big plays, but if you do the specific things right all the time, you're gonna build it in. You don't even think about how much money you saving because you paying attention to the details, right? Attention to the details is the bag, bro. It's really the bag, bro. Everybody might want to know, well, how do you get paid? All right, so when you turn your BOL into, after you get all the signatures, you drop off the load. If you're using a dispatch, you take that document. They take your BOL that's signed and everything. They get that information to the broker. The broker takes all of the information, and whether if you have a factoring company or not. Some brokers have quick pay options. But once they get the receipt, which is the BOL, get that in the consultation. I'm gonna get y'all real right. So yeah, bro. Like that's just a quick overview. One thing that you definitely learned in this consultation was you learned about the importance of market research. You learned about the importance of building a good network. You learned about the importance of having a good cell phone. You seen the inside of a van. You seen E-Tracks. You learned about the straps that you use in vehicles. You learned about the pressure of the straps. I also taught you about some concept of pre-tripping and like we talked a little bit about insurance, we talked a little bit about dispatches. Everything that I talked about are terms that you should take and go do more research about it. Like the biggest thing is that I want you to know that you're not a driver, you are an investor that drives. And one thing about an investor, to save money or to make money, they do a lot of research. Bree, how do you know that? Well, I got investors that's homeboys, and he be coming to me with all kind of numbers. Why he get them numbers? Because he done a lot of freaking research. Check out my homeboy, JT Hustles. You want to hear about the mindset of an investor? The reason why I say that, check him out. Secondly, I want to give y'all some bars, right? If you get in the cargo van space, it's a smaller vehicle. A lot of times people be thinking about the volume when they thinking about making money. But there is a lane, there is a bag for the size of your vehicle. And it's up to you to figure out who benefits in what you're already doing as an expediter. I found out that with the size of my vehicle being so personable and the fact that I could pull up to anywhere, a high school or a driveway, is a valuable exchange. For me. So I was able to put a product onto my van so that I could lower, I could raise the amount of income I got. Delivering loads. So that's just some bonus things, and there's more ways to monetize the expediting experience, but it takes you thinking a little bit outside the box. How can you add value? But value and different sources of income, that's really how you grow your business. If you run into any obstacles, you solve the problem. And I think the best way to solve a problem is really thinking like an investor and not just a driver. This is the expedited movement. I am the cargo vanpreneur. I go by Bree the Expediter. I appreciate you guys coming for this pop-up seminar. We're gonna be doing more of these all over the Southeast. So if you're interested, be looking up be looking out for the flyers, be looking out for the pop-up. If we come to your city, hey, come on out, because what we say about networking and building your network is profitable. And I know I'm coming with value. Are you? Let's get it. It ain't about how hard you hit, but it's about how hard you can get it and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not blame him, her, or anybody, because cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. So if you know what you worth, go out and get what you worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits. Let's go! Yeah.